Well, good morning, everybody, or good afternoon, although it is morning here. It's currently 10:25 a.m. and now at Mount Rushmore. The four faces of the presidents you see in front of you, of course, from left to right: George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln. Now, much has changed. Much has changed since the last time I was here, which was 24 years ago. It's actually rather amazing that I was here that long ago. But that's how long it was. And so much has changed. This entire plaza that you see around is completely different. There's a massive parking area, a massive parking deck, everything that's there. So it's pretty crazy when you think about all the changes. But then again, I had to think about this for the longest time. When I was here the last time, there were no cell phones. There was no Facebook, ergo, no Facebook Live. So we spin it around again. And so, going down this little flag plaza, and then you'll see Mount Rushmore ahead of you. So welcome, everybody. Rick Regan is here. Rick Lanning is here. I hope you guys are doing well. And it's just another stop. So I am in the western portion of South Dakota. And today's agenda is Deadwood after Mount Rushmore. And then probably on over into Wyoming. Now the carving is very, very far away. But it's very large too. Now, the irony about it all is Gutzum Borglum. Never got tired of saying that, and neither have I. Rick, I wish I had your camper, but in any event, the statue was carved by Gutzum Borglum. And ironic, there goes that thing. Ironically about the whole thing is that Borglum was contracted originally to carve Stone Mountain in Georgia, which is in the area around Atlanta, Georgia. Very large exposed piece of granite. Was owned by, I want to believe, a staff member from Robert E. Lee's staff during the Civil War, and he donated the property, and they got, I think it was the sons or daughters of the Confederacy, were going to get Gutzum Borglum to do it, and he had a big kind of like argument with them and decided not to do the project, and the project got off, and then he came out here and he started doing this project here. Now originally, what you don't see is, actually I have to get up there so you can see it. You know, it's kind of silly not being able to see it all. I just realized there's a big column there. But anyways, Borglum comes out here. He finds this large piece of exposed granite here in the Black Hills, and he starts constructing the statues of these four presidents. Now, whenever I was working in Atlanta, some people in Atlanta would boast that that Stone Mountain was on the large piece of exposed granite that was in the United States, which is really kind of silly when you think about how much granite is out here in the Black Hills. So, Mount Rushmore, you can see all that rubble there. Borglum starts blasting it out. He doesn't finish it. His son actually has to finish it because Borglum dies. But like I said, the irony is that, people in Atlanta, people in Georgia have told me, it's the biggest exposed piece of granite, this, that. And it is crazy to think that Borglum has a tie to both Mount Rushmore and to Stone Mountain in Georgia. I was talking to my friend Jim Beal. It was kind of funny about the delivery that I have to do. Yes. That's all right. I'm doing a video, and I've got it all going on. You do whatever y'all got to do. There's plaza for everybody. That's the way I look at it.
I've listened to my wife and everything.
So glad I never got married. In any event, so like I said, I have to work on my delivery because sometimes I get a little bit, off track. I start stuttering. Goodness, yesterday my thing from the Badlands was really, really terrible. But I am trying to operate the camera, the Osmo, make sure I don't knock into people, like those fine people, and then try to come up with something to say and not look like a complete idiot whenever I'm here either. So, Rick Seaback, welcome. Thank you very much for stopping by. Anyway, so you see like all the debris that's up there. Let me see if I can just tilt up a little bit. There we go. You can see the debris that was blasted off the mountain to actually make them. Now, I'm trying to do this backwards. these were all supposed to be almost full length, almost full length. But some of the granite didn't hold out. It would have been such a massive carving to actually take the sculpture down to their waists. And then also originally, Jefferson was supposed to be on the other side of Washington, but the granite wasn't very strong enough to take it there either. So then he had to move him over to where he is right now. And because there's a seam that goes down through his face, he had to actually change the angle of the head. And that just basically keeps the seam coming down through. And a lot of people think, you know, there's a lot of modern interpretations, that it was Borglum's way of saying that Jefferson was a visionary. And instead of looking down at the land, Jefferson was looking beyond the horizon into the future. So very dramatic, very much like in Washington, D.C. at the Jefferson Memorial. So a lot of people believe that Jefferson's statue looks to the West Wing to make sure that a president is always watching a president, which isn't true. When you go there, you notice that he's just looking north. So in any event, that's here. Let's turn it around. You know, this plaza is all completely new. And then it kind of gives you like an overlook here. Probably multiple. I think there was an amphitheater down here the last time we was. Yes, there is an amphitheater here. And so this part, other than being cleaned up a little bit, you know, meaning that it kind of gives you this opportunity to do all this, see this stuff and have the amphitheater. This has all been here for the last time, but it was all the support services, the buildings, the interpretive centers. These are all new. But again, you know, a lot of people just kind of sitting here watching this entire thing. So really, really fascinating. So anyways, trying to do all this. No wonder my delivery sucks. I can't even hold the camera steady. So anyways, that's it. Mount Rushmore. So you guys can comment on this and see if there's any other place you'd like me to go in the area. I can check out for you. If you've never been here before, that would be pretty cool. I can basically show it to you. If you have been here before and you're like, hey, what's up over here? Ask me a question. I'll try to read the comments and maybe do a live there for you. That way you can, you know, check it out a little bit later. But so far, this is very fun. And I am enjoying myself. But now I've got to get the big camera out of my backpack and start taking some photographs. And this thing just keeps doing that. But anyways, I got to get the big camera out and start taking some photographs. And until then, I thank you very much, and I will talk to you all very soon.